Good morning. It's great to be here and really excited to tell you about FlexDex this morning. What FlexDex is out to do is to enable robotic capabilities in all minimally invasive procedures. So we have a really unique technology. This is a purely mechanical handheld device, but it delivers natural wristed articulation to the end effector. The device has also a really unique feature of infinite rotation. So when you turn the knob, and I'll show that in a video in a minute, the device rotates and continues to rotate, which differentiates us even from the current robotic devices. We transformed our technology and now have made it a multi-use, a reusable technology, which really makes our business model much more favorable. We had a first-generation device where we did over 4,000 procedures worldwide, which proved out the technology, but now we've really transformed it and made it more usable and also improved the business model. We will have your basic suite of laparoscopic instruments. So with our technology, we're an open system. We're not a closed system like a robotic platform, so we only need the instruments that bring the most value from a wristed articulation standpoint, and those are pictured on this slide. There may be a few you would add, vessel seal or clip applier, for example. So our 8mm needle driver is currently in the market. That was a Class 1 device. The other instruments are far along in development. All of those will be Class 2 devices with lots of standard or many predicates in the market. The right-hand group of instruments are your dissecting instruments. Identify the anatomy or remove something, and then the needle driver is obviously your reconstructive instruments. We have a wonderful management team that I've been really fortunate to work with, and everybody brings a lot of diverse background and experience. Myself, I'm a pediatric surgeon and was a robotic surgery user myself. That was some of the inspiration to develop FlexDex. We have investment from JJDC currently, Almeida Ventures, and then Rob Gershon is our independent board member from Convergent. So the way we look at the market now in robotic or in minimally invasive surgery is that you have traditional laparoscopic surgery, 15 million procedures done around the world, and they are instruments that are relatively simple, relatively low functionality. Some surgeons do amazing things with them, but in my world, sometimes training young surgeons, it's harder and harder to train them to do complex suturing, complex tacks with these instruments. They are available everywhere, though, at low cost. And then on the other side, you have the robotic platforms, obviously primarily Intuitive as far as market share, but others entering. And these have really high functionality, but even if the cost comes down somewhat, they still require more tech support, a lot more sort of operation to run them, and so they are more difficult to run at certain hospitals and certain surgery centers, for example. So with Axius, we bring increased dexterity and precision, intuitive control, so we have natural intuitive input. We work right through the surgeon's natural workflow with their current laparoscopic instruments. We bring improved surgeon ergonomics and reduce fatigue, and we're low cost. So we can raise the level of a traditional laparoscopic surgeon, but we can also be complementary to robotics. Not every robotic surgeon can be on the robot for all of their cases. So now they can have wristed articulation even when they do a case out at a surgery center, for example. We don't have to beat out robotic surgery. Robotic surgery is here to stay. It's amazing technology. I use it myself, but there's a lot of room to grow in laparoscopy and also to convert other open procedures, not only in the US, but in many markets around the world. So we really can be a solution for the current laparoscopic surgeon, but also for that hybrid surgeon and for any surgeon that wants to move from open into minimally invasive surgery. It's a quick video here. You'll see on the left, the surgeon's hand input, how ergonomically natural it is. And then you can see here full wristed and how the needle is driven through with that twirl mechanism and how it can just twirl right on through, which again differentiates us from robotic devices, which usually can only twirl less than 360 degrees. And in this video, you'll see this is on the left, the Da Vinci doing a tapping on a hernia. On the right is the Axius needle driver. And I think you'll see a lot of similar functionality, and in fact, sometimes even some more efficient movements. Here is the mesh fixation, so now driving a needle. We call this sewing up on the ceiling. And you'll see how the surgeon can make that difficult angle and drive the needle through. And then finally, in the last phase, excellent for knot tying too. In the last segment here, they'll be closing up the peritoneal flap, and this is where we really excel for any closing up a common enterotomy, closing up this peritoneal flap. Because of our ability to roll all the way through, it's very efficient. And what you see on the inside is not too different than robotic surgery, and the surgeon is still at the bedside. So we're with the Axius, our second generation device. We did a pilot launch initially with that, learned a lot of important data. And then starting last April, about a year ago, we started to put together a very small commercial team. We have a very focused approach looking to prove out some KPIs. We've now done about 200 clinical procedures, a number of active accounts, and then many accounts in the pipeline. We recently got through HCA and Ascension's preferred vendor status, which is going to open up a lot of sites for us to go hunting. And if you look at some of the surgeons that have used our device, you see a lot of really important things. They find it that they can do things in surgery that they can't do with straight sticks, significant improvement in ergonomics. They can not use tackers, similar to robotics. And really important in GYN that we've been able to show that surgeons can close the vaginal cuff, close the uterus after myomectomy. So the investment rationale, we're looking to do two things with this fundraise. We need to complete our suite of instruments and get all of them through 510K and into the market, as well as prove out the commercial model. We have a whole host of strategics that if we reach these milestones, they're really interested to take on our entire suite and put it alongside if they're either in the laparoscopic space with ports or other instruments, or they're selling suture. There's a lot of synergy. Our current insiders will be participating in this round, and we're looking to raise around $20 million to both finish out the R&D and do this early phase commercialization. So that's FlexDex Surgical. We're really excited about the opportunity in front of us and look forward to meeting any of you here and answer any further questions. Thank you very much for LSI for having us.